Well, in my real estate career, three things that really stand out are trust, integrity, and results. Trust you build over time. You build trust with both the agents you work with and with your clients, and you really do it one good deal at a time. Integrity is just doing what you say you're going to do, when you say you're going to do it, and how you said it would be done. I come from a place where your word and your handshake means something. And then results. Results matter. One of my favorite quotes, knowledge is knowing that tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing you don't put a tomato in a fruit salad. So knowledge is knowing your marketplace, knowing properties, knowing areas, knowing streets, knowing schools. Wisdom is knowing which side of the street gets better sunshine, knowing which block party is the best on which street in the neighborhood, knowing what traffic pattern is busy in the morning, is busy in the afternoon, knowing where there's power lines that are being undergrounded, where there's power lines that are not being undergrounded. It's knowing easements, encroachments, it's knowing neighborhoods, it's knowing schools, it's knowing all the different things that only come with experience. I remember when I first got in the business, I had this wonderful mentor, and we would talk about any property. And I would say, oh, I'm going to look at this property. And she'd say, oh, I know that property. It's on this street. I said, how is that possible? How could you know every property on every street? 20 years later, fast forward, I am now that mentor, and I have 20 agents who are in my academy who I train. And they'll mention a property, and I'll know the property, the street, what the house looks like, maybe even something about the owner, the schools, and they'll look at me and they'll say, how could you possibly know that? And that's where the experience and knowledge comes in. You just, you do it enough, you see enough properties, you learn the different areas and different nuances, and that can't be replicated. The first thing you know is every house has a story. I want to know the story. I want to know about you. I want to know, why did you buy this house? What are the things about this home, this location, this area, the things that wouldn't be readily apparent to somebody who was walking by, right? It's more than just taking a photo, putting on the MLS, putting a sign out front. I want to know that story so I can tell that story to a buyer. And a buyer, once they understand that story may match what they want and what their needs are, and that's how you put the two together. Love Manhattan Beach, love all the beach cities. Manhattan Beach especially has been my home for the last 15 years. I have 3 children, and we've all gone through the Manhattan Beach school system. First off, it's important for everybody to be involved in their community. Everything starts at home. I believe that, take action, don't talk about it, be about it, go into your community. I love getting involved in all the different activities. And I grew up playing sports. There's nothing more important than a team. And we're there to pick up where each other needs help. And it's been a wonderful thing, and it's really good for my clients. They really appreciate the fact that there's always someone there when they need something. If you call my team, you will get one of us always. My mom used to always say, a man's only good as his word. And it's the truth. There are certain people in this world that when they say, I'm gonna do this, it'll get done. You don't need a contract, you don't need to sign it, just their word, their handshake. And that's really, really important to me. And I think that I've done a pretty good job of demonstrating that to all my clients and also the agents that I work with, and building that trust is key.